So, I had an interesting thing happen today. Um, I've been taking this meditation course for about 6 months now, and it's been noticeably helping me in many ways. And one of those things is just being, just being more familiar with my mental uh, operating system, kind of, and just knowing what thoughts trigger certain emotions and reoccurring thoughts, and then also sensations, just becoming more familiar with sensations that you feel. You're meditating, and you're thinking about different things, and because you're kind of so subtle and just sort of you know very concentrated, you see, I think about work and I feel stress, or I think about my girlfriend and I get a smile on my face, and you just kind of become more familiar with these relationships between certain thoughts and stimulation and then the sensations they cause. And it's been helpful because there's times where, like, about to react in a certain way that is familiar. So, someone cuts you off in traffic and your instinct is to kind of blow up, and that's normally what I do, unfortunately. But instead you'll see it coming, and you'll say, "Oh, hold on, let me just let that go. Who knows what's going on with them? They're in a rush, late for work. I've been there." Calm your breathing, slow your heart rate, and you just can let it go. And that's really great, because I feel like I'm establishing a little bit more control over myself. But so what happened today is that I got into a car accident. I was leaving the grocery store, put it in reverse. I've got the camera, back up a little bit, look both ways, no one's coming, great. I'm about to cut the wheel, I'm back far enough, I'm about to leave the parking lot, and I look back and I see through my rear view that there is a Jeep backing up quickly. And I just have a second to think, and I just lay on my horn, but it was too late, and I just hear boom, and just like kind of a crunching noise, and I just, for a second, I felt these sensations arising of anger and all this stuff and stress, and my instinct was to kind of indulge in those feelings, and I just had the perfect excuse arise, and I could just blow up if I wanted to, and for some reason I did. But and for a moment I did. I said, "Damn it!" And I knew that there, based on the sound, I had to imagine there was some damage, and I pull back into the space I came out of. I see him pull back into the one he was in, and I'm kind of preparing for this like altercation, and something occurred in me. It wasn't even, I don't even want to say it was fully conscious. It was like my body is just becoming accustomed to stopping that feeling from, sort of coming to fruition through my behavior. So all of a sudden I just had this idea of, you know what, no, use this as an opportunity to kind of exercise this control. And I just took a breath, and I got out, and I said, I'm just, whatever I see when I get out, because it was kind of in like just like my back bumper, but on the side. So I prepare myself to go speak with this person, but I've decided now that I'm just gonna play it completely cool. I'm gonna ask him if he's okay. We're gonna check out his car, and blah, blah, blah. So I get out, and what do you know? There's no damage. There's you can see kind of, there was like maybe a little scratching, but it just came out, lick my finger, it's gone. And so to be fair, that definitely made it a lot easier to have this calm interaction. But I approached the guy, and I can tell that he's got this look on his face. He doesn't know what to expect from me. He's probably embarrassed, because it was clear what happened was kind of on him, but that's okay. And so I go over to him, I shake his hand, and I just say, how's your car? And again, he still is like kind of reserved. He's like, oh, it's a rental and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, well, it looks all right, luckily. Like, was that reflector always missing? Because there was a little, light next to his light. There was a reflector that was missing, but that was already missing, so we were cool. My car was fine. His car was fine. I shook his hand again. And I just said, well, all right, my friend, looks like we got lucky, and take care. And I just had this smile on my face as I got back into my car, because I knew what I had achieved. Like, I knew that I had just had an opportunity to witness some growth in myself, and it was very clear. And I was so proud of myself, because that's an issue for me, is having control in those moments and not just indulging in the instincts those emotions give you to just react in this extreme way. So yes, it felt very, it made me feel much more certain about this meditation stuff. And I'm not just talking about the technique that I do. Here's my little meditation spot over here. It's kind of nice. It's a little over the top, because I have my eyes closed the whole time. But yeah, I got my books and things, and I just sit and I do my thing. But so it doesn't really matter so much about the technique. It's just that I'm sitting and I'm just watching my thoughts and things, and I was just very grateful today to see some of the rewards I'm getting for the work I'm doing, and makes me feel more certain about this this practice, because it is hard, and I do question it sometimes, but today gave me a lot more certainty around that. And yeah, I just I journaled about it, and I wrote about just the kind of the gratitude I had for that control. And another thing too is it really opens up a lot of room for compassion, which I'm also not the most compassionate person. I see now, when I see someone going through it, whatever it is, they're crying, they're flustered, they're stressed, doesn't matter. I can see it through my own eyes. I can imagine, I've been there before. I know what they're going through, and I understand. I'm not taking this personally, which is new for me. I used to always just judge people. Why are they acting? Why can't they just get a hold of themselves? And when I couldn't do any better. I was them in plenty of other situations. So that's another great benefit I've gotten from this so far, is just understanding, being more in touch and tuning into what other people are going through, and just just having some respect for it, and some compassion for it. So anyway, that'll be all. And if you're watching this, I'm completely shocked if you are, but if you are, thank you, and I appreciate you.